Anyone who plays Yu-Gi-Oh! Knows that it can be one of the most toxic, sweaty, unhealthy environments to be in. But what happens when we push that to the max? Today we're looking at the most toxic deck I could possibly conceive, Arcana Force.
My turn is over. Activate. 3 blasting the ruins.
Here it is, the most toxic OTK in Yu-Gi-Oh! First off, we're going to go into the Fiend here. He's going to let us search out Light Barrier. That makes it to where your Arcana Force monsters, you can just choose which effect you want to apply. Most of the time it'll be heads, but in certain situations, have certain workarounds. I'll explain more later. We're going to summon out... Oh, whoa. So this right here is a card that I just found, but this is a very good one for enabling this whole combo. As you can see, we do get impermed right here. Go into Arcana Reading. We're going to grab Light Force. This lets us discard a card and add 2 Arcana Force monsters from our deck to our hand. And right here, you're going to search out the Sun. Key part of the combo, he lets you set a card with a coin tossing effect from your deck to the field, and you're going to go right here into Arcana Spread, and with Spread you're going to go into the Hierophant. He allows you to summon 1 level 4 or lower Arcana Force monster from your deck. And then right there, as I mentioned, you're going to summon the Lovers, and you can treat them as 2 tributes. Off of Arcana Reading's Graveyard effect, you can banish it, and you can use it to normal summon this. Now with this right here, let's look at the field. We have 2 monsters that we can send, and you're going to see the shenanigans. Boom, send our 2 monsters. Turn skip, no draw, nothing.
Oh, now let's see how bad you really want that.
Subscription. Sorry for getting so quiet, I was watching it go down. Yeah, but as you can tell, very easy to repeat the combo as necessary to get that OTK out. And yeah, I'd say that this is pretty interesting. So let's take a look at the deck real quick and see what we're working with. So this is more of a budget version, this is a pet deck, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, but you can look at putting more power cards into there. For instance, like, you know, I need to fill out the extra deck, obviously. Here's what we've got for right now, though. 1 Origami Goddess, 3 Goddesses of the 2 sides, 1 Arcana Force 1, 1 Arcana Force 3, 1 Arcana Force 4, and 1 Arcana Force 6. Now then, this one is... he doesn't really come up all that often. It's more of a card that he just exists, which... I mean, yeah. Him right here, he can be some interaction, but he's not somebody that I would say to go into all that much. And then right here, I use this guy for OTKs quite often, just because he bumps up the card's attacks. As mentioned, this is the guy you want to tribute away, the Lovers. This lets you search out Light Barrier from your deck, which that's the Fiend. And then the last important part to the combo, the World right here. The World's the one that lets you skip Arcana Reading, and that's just add 1 card from your deck to your hand that has a coin tossing effect. Then there's Arcana Spread, which lets you special summon a level 4 or lower Arcana Force monster from your deck. There's some applications too. If you manage to draw into the World and you get far enough in your combo to go into Spread, if you would have discarded the World at some point, you can use Spread's effect to summon him out for no tribute cost. So just keep that in mind. And then once, as mentioned before, there's Light Force. This gives you a little bit of extra attack, but as mentioned, the important here is the discard 1 card, add 2 Arcana Force monsters from your deck to your hand. Simple enough, right? And then we have a copy of Second Coin Toss, 2 copies of Triple Tactics, a Pot of Extravagance, kind of standard. We have this guy in here, and that's for the next important part of our combo, Arcana Force, the Chaos Ruler. So something to keep in mind is that you can send cards from either side of the field. So let's say you brick and you don't draw into Light Barrier. You can use this right here after you summon its effect. If you can get just 1 more card out, you can go into this, using it from your opponent's side of the field, but that also gives the application from this to summon this to your opponent's side of the field and use the Tails effect to destroy all of their spells and traps. So like I said, there is a little bit of flexibility in the archetype. I wouldn't say there's a whole lot, but with this card right here, once you get into it, you can use cards from either side of the field. You toss a coin. If you have Light Barrier, you can just pick one, but you have the option to either special summon one level 10 Arcana Force monster from your hand or deck, or add one card from your deck to your hand that has a coin tossing effect. Now, when I first read this card, I was like, why is this a UR? I can see that it's good, but it being a UR feels overblown. And then I scrolled down. While Light Barrier is in the field zone, your opponent cannot activate the effects of monsters on the field. Very, very good effect. Very nice floodgate. Okay, so hopping into another replay here. As you can tell, we drew into Goddess. And yes, we're going to normal summon Goddess. And they're going to Maul Charmy here. And at first, I was a little bit scared of this, I'm not going to lie. But then I saw that it was Fuelos, and I realized I didn't have that much to fear. We're going to grab the Fiend with its effect, and then we're going to call its effect. If you miss on that, you get to draw a card for free, by the way. Then he's going to Ghost Spell here, which, yes, that is very painful. It's not going to matter, though. We have Arcana Reading. We hit the coin flip. Whew, it's nice. We're going to grab Light Force. Light Force, we're going to send that away. Add another copy of the Fiend. Because it is not once per turn. So you can just, go after Light Barrier yet again. And right here we have combo. Summon this out. Go into this to summon out your Hierophant. That will summon out the Lovers. I don't know why I went for that effect there. Oh, yeah, I don't know why I went for that effect there. I think I was trying to do something. Let's just ignore that. We go to end phase. I send both cards to the graveyard. Turn change. Boom. Turn skip. No card. Nothing. Arcana Force flips, and as you can see, we hit tails right there. So we grab this to go back into here to look for another copy, because it resets the effect when you play it again. Send that. Grab the Hierophant, because we're trying to build up a board. Summon out the Sun. And right here we have game. As you can see, the deck is a little bit complicated to run, but once you get the hang of it, it's, bread in the basket. It's easy. Yes, you're not going to win every time, especially if you're going second. I mean, that's just Yu-Gi-Oh! In general. Going second is kind of like a curse. Right here, Pot of Extravagance into Goddess. He effect Veilers, and this helps us out so much. We use this, and we look at their hand. Because we have combo, we have Light Force and Arcana Spread, as well as a way to search out our field spell. Grab the Sun, grab the World, misplay without grabbing Light Barrier, get lucky on the coin toss, Arcana Reading, we're going to go ahead and grab Light Barrier so that doesn't happen again. It's very easy to forget the order you're supposed to go in, I'm not going to lie to y'all. That's been my biggest, my biggest short falling. Okay, you're going to pull out the Lovers off of Hierophant, use Arcana Reading. Well, in this situation, currently we actually do have combo. So Arcana Force, pulled out the World, use his effect, and guess what? It's our turn again. Easy as pie, like taking candy from a baby. And then, as we saw before, add it back to hand to reset the effect. And they can see the writing on the wall. So I'm going to go and speed it up since we've seen the combo a few times now. But Light Force, discard whatever is not vital to the combo at the moment. We don't need second coin toss because we have Light Barrier. Pull out the Sun. Use the Sun's effect to go into Arcane Reading. Reading into Spread. Spread into Hierophant. Then there's the Lovers. And you could summon out another Hierophant there, but I typically don't. He's not once per turn. And as you saw, turn skip. And then OTK. This was actually in ranked. So this is a good environment to see how it does on a scale that has more meaning behind it. And more serious players. Gonna use Pot of Extravagance there. We're gonna look for Light Barrier, add it to hand. Light Barrier's out on the field. Goddess of Two Sides, grab the sun, and we're going to hit fast forward. Oh yeah, then right there actually, we would have gotten to draw a card, but I forgot that that card was active. But Light Force, grab the world. Arcana Reading into Arcana Spread. Reading is kind of key to the combo because he gives you an extra normal summon. So if you've already used it, then you're good. He also can be discarded to prevent effects, by the way, from reacting. And then boom, send those to the graveyard. It's our turn again. Hey, look at that, we got a lucky heads. Arcana Spread, back into the sun. And then he's gonna Dogmatica here, which actually threw me a little bit off. He didn't use that earlier on. The joy of using rogue decks, nobody knows what the hell you're playing. Go into battle phase, and he summons out Bestial. Naturally, you know, I can't really blame him. But we skip turns yet again, and here we are in turn 5. This deck is the definition of, if you didn't draw into Imperm and save it, you're probably done for. And I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorites right now. If y'all give it a shot, let me know in the comments. This has been Nobody. If you want to see more Yu-Gi-Oh content, for sure let me know. This is my first Yu-Gi-Oh video, and it's something that I've played for a long time. I've been invested into for a pretty long time, but I've never made content for. Anyways, I'll catch y'all next time. Peace out. Anyways, I'll catch y'all next time. Peace out.